Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Don't forget about our store in Texarkana, Texas if you are in that area. I am Chris, and this is my co-host, Randy. Glad to have you back, sir.
With the R's, okay.
With the R's, yes. With the excitement and with the R's. Yes, sir.
I can't roll my tongue like that, so.
Well, then if you can't, then we'll just avoid that.
Randy.
That's not actually bad. You're ready to rumble, huh? We do go that route.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for pressing play. We really appreciate it. Listen, we're gonna dive into some stuff here, but we have got to talk about the big thing happening this week.
Yes.
Bigger than anything else, and I'm being absolute with that remark. Bigger than anything else going on this week is a very special day. Randy, what is that day, sir?
Free Comic Book Day, May 2nd, 2015.
Yes.
The first Saturday in May.
Bigger than Avengers 2, bigger than whatever else you're thinking of. Free Comic Book Day. That's the day. That is the big event.
The next time we talk to you guys, it will have passed, and you will have had fun with your festivities, and we will have fun with ours. Have had fun with ours.
Exactly. And guys, we're not going to go over every single Free Comic Book Day title that's available, but let me just give you a glimpse at what will be available for you to get for free at finer comic book stores across the nation, including Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games in Shreveport and in Texarkana.
Only one of the finest.
Only one of the finest. This stack is like 5 inches thick. This is all Free Comic Book Day titles. And there's even a few that aren't even in here that I didn't get a chance to grab on my way up here to show you guys. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's like wider than my face. There we go. Huge, huge. Tons of stuff from all kinds of different publishers. It's not just Marvel and DC. We got Titan stuff. We got Udon Studios. We got Image. I mean, from everybody, guys. That's it. I'm not going to say anymore. But you saw the stack there. You will have the chance to get a ton of free comics, and that doesn't even count whatever else is going on or whatever else is available in our stores or wherever you visit, because we have a huge selection of stuff that you can purchase on top of that. So we're really looking forward to this. It's going to be huge, and we had a couple of do's and don'ts to share with you. Let's be nice and start with the do's, Randy. What is a Free Comic Book Day do?
Well, first off, I'm going to do a retroactive Michael Scott, and that's what she said. But now, okay, going forward, dues with the comic shop. Do come and participate at Free Comic Book Day here at our store, at whatever store you can get to. Please do that. Bring a friend. Yeah. Bring a family member. Bring the family. We want to see as many of you in the comic shop as possible.
Exactly.
Come dressed in cosplay.
Yes, definitely.
I want to see the people here. Last year, I think the best one and one of the only ones we really had last year was a little girl was dressed up. I totally forget what she was dressed as, but there was a little girl who was dressed in cosplay. The year before that, we had more people.
Okay.
Last year was just not a whole lot. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do take time to peruse around the comic shop after Free Comic Book Day. Don't just come and get comics and leave. We want to see you around. We want you to see what we have here. And, if you have not been in the store or people that you're bringing for the first time, we want them to see what we have.
Exactly.
So,
and while you're here, do start a pull list.
Yeah.
I mean, because imagine it being Christmas every Wednesday when you come and pick up your pull list of awesome stuff that you've been expecting and looking forward to.
That's how it is for people with pull lists. Now, people without pull lists, it's more like, it's Christmas. I've got a lump of coal because there's a blank spot on the wall where that comic should have been.
Exactly.
Why don't I have that comic? Because I did not pre-order that comic.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's another good do.
Thank you, sir. How about some don'ts?
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't come in and grab every single free comic book. We have a restriction here.
Yeah.
Try and keep it at 3. Because we want everybody to experience something. If you're here with someone else, a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, something like that, maybe you get 3 that you guys are interested in, and the other person gets 3 other ones that they're interested in. That way you have everybody getting a little bit of something. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me when, husband grabs the same 3 books that wife grabs.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand that. Maybe they... I don't know. But don't do that. Do not come into this comic book shop and be rude. And by this, I'm really meaning, don't come in here and tear down certain things. Like you see the DC book, or you see the Marvel book, or you see the something else book. Don't tear down something else, because other people, that's their favorite thing, and we want to keep a positive atmosphere here.
Exactly.
Also, kind of a B for that. Do not come in here and ruin people's free comic book days by talking about Avengers 2, Age of Ultron.
Yes, thank you.
I really don't want that. There are people that need to learn how to not spoil something. My goodness. That really needs to happen. I see it almost daily. And it's just one of those things. I will tell you this, and luckily the guy was wrong, but I was furious because this person walked in the door and said, "Hey, did you see what they revealed as being the after credits to Age of Ultron where blah, blah, blah?" And he starts telling me something. And it was just like, holy cow, you did not even ask me if I wanted to know this.
Really?
Yeah. And he's totally wrong on it.
Okay.
With it. It was absurd, because if you did a little bit of research, all I'll say is that you could have looked on, you could have Googled and seen that Marvel, the only definite thing they have ever said about Spider-Man is that Andrew Garfield will not be Spider-Man, which he was saying Marvel confirmed that yes, he will be. So he didn't know what he was talking about. He got overly excited, but it's rude, and we don't want something like that. There are still people who are taking their time watching Daredevil. So don't come in here talking all about Daredevil as loud. Now, if you want to go over here and talk about it, okay, that's fine. But don't be loud and boisterous so that everybody can hear this.
Exactly.
And those are do not leave the comic shop empty-handed.
Exactly.
That's another good one.
I like that one. Hey, conversation is encouraged.
Yeah,
spoilers
definitely.
or not. For unsuspecting victims, that is not encouraged. We may have some signs up actually that say "Don't spoil Avengers 2 or Daredevil."
Here's an example. Hey, Chris, did you see in the videos where you're not hearing our conversation? That is what I want to see.
Exactly, guys. That's it. I mean, we have, like Randy said, we have our 3 per person thing here. It may be different wherever you are locally and stuff, but just be considerate. Make sure the kids get some comics. You know what I'm saying? Please don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, that girl that just doesn't know how to act right in a crowd of people.
And do not be the person that comes in once a year for free comic book days and we don't see you again. We want to see you more than once in the comic shop.
Exactly. So So, free comic book day. Have a blast. Tell us about it because we want to hear about it. We plan on having a blast here. It's going to be awesome. And thanks for participating. As I mentioned, this is just this is just a portion of what is going to be available. And hopefully you'll walk out of there with some awesome stuff. Moving on, we got a ton of stuff to cover.
Yeah.
Oh, and before we go, thank you. We have broken 600 subscribers to our YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to our listeners that listen to the podcast on iTunes. I want to say thank you to all of our video subscribers here on YouTube. We really appreciate it. Another milestone for us, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you very much. And my last thank you, I'm going to say, because it's been too long since I've done it, is thank you to Brad Campbell for the work that he does on our videos, because I give him what you see here, and he takes it and he adds these fantastic graphics that just make it look awesome and really elevates it more than what it is, and I really appreciate it.
Real quickly, there is one other thing I want to mention here that's also very important. By now, if you have not heard about it, in a couple of months, at the end of the summer, there will be the GeekCon convention, or GeekCon that's going to be happening here in Shreveport for 3 days. And right now, tickets are available at Excalibur Comics. You can come in and get tickets. They are going to be available for a long time here. Now, you can plan to get them now. You can get them later, but they will be available for you. The day passes are $15, and the weekend passes are $20. So they kind of encourage the weekend pass, obviously, with those prices. But they just announced Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca.
Yes.
They have lots of Supernatural, the Michonne's Pets from The Walking Dead. The list goes on and on and on. You can look at geekedcon.com to see what exactly their list is. They're getting together the autograph prices for you guys.
Yes.
And I'm just saying this because maybe there are people that are in the area that have never been to Shreveport, never been to see our comic shop. And, plan this into your summer to come and do this. But tickets are available here. If you do not have them yet, you can get them. If you do not have them yet and are going to wait a little bit, they will still be available for you.
Very awesome. Yes. Lots of stuff coming up here. And I thought it was really cool getting Peter Mayhew to come.
Peter Mayhew and Jason London?
Jeremy
London. It's one of the London brothers, the one that was in Mallrats.
Right, yeah.
The one pining after, what's her name? Claire Forlani. I don't remember the characters' names. I don't remember anybody's names, really. But
moving on, guys. We've spent a lot of time on that. We're gonna tell you about some great comics that are going to be hitting the shelf this week, stuff to be on top of, be current with. Randy, go ahead and start us off, please, sir.
We really only have one big comic to talk about that's a #1 coming out from Image Comics. It's Pisces #1. This is from the writer of Rat Queens, Weib. Is that how we say the name? Weib.
Oh, this is Pisces. This is Ed Brisson.
No, this is not. This is.
I thought
this is the writer of Rat Queens and the artist of Sheltered.
There we go. That's
Johnny
right.
Christmas is the person that is drawing this, but it's
cool.
Kurt Weib,
or Weeb,
however we say that.
Yeah.
But this is about Vietnam vet Dylan Carpenter. He seems to have the perfect life after the war. And now his job at NASA is taking him into space, and it is going to take him straight into first contact. But as all of this is happening, Dylan's war trauma is kind of coming back to affect him. He's also hearing a voice, like constantly hearing a voice. So we don't know. It seems to be coming from the stars. We'll see exactly what all it is there. Sounds interesting. I like both of these creators, and I'm looking forward to see what they do on this book.
Yes, it's on my pull list. That's it for the number ones. I mean, that's it. Besides the other stuff that we're going to cover later on. But some notable issues that we're going to tell you about that you should be checking out or be informed of. We're going to start off with Justice League #40. Why is this important? This is the prologue, the prelude issue to what is going on with the Justice League event this year, the Dark Side War. We've got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and the rest of the DCU come face to face with two of the most powerful and dangerous entities in existence. One of them, of course, being Darkseid. And with that image, I'm not sure who the other one is. We speculated Anti-Monitor, but we really don't think that's who that is. And I'm not that DCU literate. Maybe one of you guys will be.
Well, they're new designs also.
So there we go. So with this particular issue, what links will the League go to survive, and what secrets will be revealed starting with Justice League #40.
We also have Superman #40. These are all a month late getting to you guys, but they're getting here during the middle of Convergence. With Superman 40, this is John Romita Jr. taking over the writing chores this month alone. And he's still on the art chores. And he's going to be taking a look at a story that is showing how Superman is going to test his new powers, like to the extreme, I guess. Get a little bit of a handle on them. Cool. So we'll get to see him go, I guess, Super Saiyan here again in this comic. Nice.
Batman 40 hits this week. This is the finale of Endgame. The finale, people. The finale. And I say that because it seems like this particular storyline has lasted a long time. I think it has, but it's been good. And we get to see Batman risk everything against the Joker. Will we find out more about the Joker as to what has been hinted about him? And who is going to have the last laugh with this particular issue? I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see, huh? Yeah. And guys, those are just some notable issues. Now we're going to dive into the storylines, the big events that we have been talking about. Starting with Multiversity, issue #2. hits this week. We've had Multiversity 1, all the single issues that have been out by Grant Morrison and various artists. Now Ivan Reis and Grant Morrison re-team for this second issue, and we get to take a look at the Mystic Justice League of Earth 13 and what role their leader Super Demon plays in the crisis that's going on around them. We get to take a look at the Nightmare Henchman called the Gentry. Also, we get to take a look at Nyx Yuatan. I'm probably butchering that, but he's the super god that is a part of all this that's going on as well.
Looks almost like Watan, like Watu.
Watu like Watu. There we go. But this is the last issue. This is the last issue of the final chapter here of the Multiversity event that has been spanning for many issues now by Grant Morrison. So kudos to you, sir, for this event, and I'm looking forward to checking it out and see how this all wraps up.
Yeah, and it's important to note that the Multiversity is not being done away with the Convergence, because everybody's like, oh, this must be the new universe that we're looking at. No, these are all these different cities that are on one planet.
Exactly.
And only one of them will be able to stay within the time stream that's going on. So all that Grant Morrison has done with introducing the multiverse is still there.
Yes.
And speaking of Convergence, let's talk about number 4.
Convergence number 4 hits this week, folks. We get to take a look at Travis Morgan, aka the Warlord, and he wants some people dead, particularly the heroes of Earth 2 in this particular issue. We also get to take a look at what Telos is doing with Dick Grayson as he takes him around to show him just how futile the efforts are of these individual cities in resisting him and fighting against him because they're all trying to survive. And we also get to see an unexpected villain return in this 4th issue here of Convergence. And will it be a salvation, or will it seal the doom for everybody involved? So we get to take a look at that and find out what happens there.
Superboy Prime.
Think so?
No. Going into the Convergence stories that are happening this week, we are looking at everything is coming from Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Exactly.
Guys. Yeah. That is important to keep in mind. We have first up Convergence Action Comics number 1. With this, Superman and Power Girl are facing Lex Luthor, Stalin from the Red Sun Moscow story, and a nuclear strike. We'll see what exactly goes on there.
Very cool. Also got Convergence Blue Beetle number 1. Hub City's on the brink of collapse, but Blue Beetle, Captain Atom, and the Question are going to team up together to find inspiration and strength to deal with the threat that is happening there.
Cool. We have charlatan characters there.
Yes.
We have Convergence Blue Booster Gold number 1. In this one, we have Booster Gold, another Booster Gold. Rip Hunter and the Time Travelers facing or having to work together to try escape prison and to get off the planet. I'm not sure what planet they're on, but maybe tell us. I guess
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
So.
But they're in prison and they're on a planet they don't want to be on.
Exactly.
So it's cool. 2 Booster Golds.
2 Booster Gold. There's not enough Booster Gold.
Him as his future self.
Very cool. Convergence Crime Syndicate number 1. The Crime Syndicate has absolute control over their city. They're also looking at a Superwoman that's on death row. Also, the rest of the team fights against the 1 million universes, Batman and Superman with this issue. I like the Crime Syndicate. This sounds pretty cool to me.
Yeah, it was. I like that one. We also have Convergence Detective Comics number 1. And in this one, I like this one. Helena Wayne and Dick Grayson, they're fighting in honor of Bruce Wayne, but they're also trying to decide who is going to be the new Batman.
Yes, that sounds really cool to me too. So, Convergence Infinity Incorporated number 1. This is a young heroic team. Young Infinity Incorporated team. And they have to either choose to do their own thing or follow the path that their parents set out for them. But while they're doing that, they are facing a post-apocalyptic Jonah Hex.
Interesting. This has been the big one I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Convergence Justice Society of America. In this one, we have a retired Justice Society that has promised youth if they face off against an invasion force from the Quark universe.
Yes.
So, that probably is not going to work out exactly like they're planning there. We'll see.
Very cool. Convergence Plastic Man Freedom Fighters number 1. Obviously, I know it was a mouthful. Obviously, we are seeing Plastic Man and the Freedom Fighters team up to face the robotic menace from Future's End. And actually, the Nazis that they're facing too during this particular time period here may actually become allies to help them fight that. So we'll get to see that as well.
Last one for me is Convergence Shazam, and with this one we see Shazam versus the steampunk on his world that is all comes from the Gotham by Gaslight.
Yes, exactly.
So that will be neat.
Very cool. And the last one.
Yeah.
Period. Convergence World's Finest #1. This is coming from left field because it's not anything to do with Superman, Batman, any of our regular World's Finest. It's actually the 7 Soldiers of Victory that Grant Morrison introduced to us years ago.
Well, they've had 7 soldiers before.
There we go. Yeah, I remember his.
Yeah.
So, so we get to see them regroup to defend their city against another Quard invasion, while cartoonist Scribbly Gibbet transcribes their adventures. So that should be a little fun there.
Yeah, and like he said, these are the last of the #1s.
Exactly.
So, May hits, and we begin again with #2. And we're going to be going over the #2s because things really change up in the #2s. And it's not just about the time period that they come from, but introducing a whole lot of the Elseworlds into it. So I'm totally looking forward to the #2s.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to cover and see what's going on and what's different from #1 especially.
Yeah.
So guys, there's your story. There's your #1s, your notables, your storylines that are happening. Now we're going to dive into 1 or 2 of our favorites that are hitting the shelf this week. Randy, what do you want to start off with?
I've got one really big one that's coming out this week, and by big one I mean it's going to be a little bit of a pricey one. It's not $10 like the Deadpool was, but it's $6. Okay. Actually, it's under $6. It's $5.99.
Oh, there we go.
I'm talking about Fantastic Four number 645.
Yes.
With this issue, the FF is facing off against the Quiet Man. Well, part of the group is, while the other half of the group is trying to cure the Heroes Reborn universe.
Yes.
Now we have some questions that we need to answer here. Will Johnny Storm get his powers back? Will the Reed and Sue be able to reconcile? And will this be the last of the Fantastic Four forever?
Good.
Forever.
I love it.
Forever. Sandlot.
Okay.
Dude.
It's been a while. Sorry, bro.
Classic.
One I'm really looking forward to, stellar run, stellar creators, Daredevil number 15. Mark Waid, Chris Samney still on board. There's not many more issues of this series left, but I'm enjoying it. This one we get to take a look at an old foe that returns. We also get to see that Daredevil has to make harder choices than he's ever had to make before. Also, Kirsten McDuffie is taking him on, and I like the relationship they developed between Matt and Kirsten. And I'm really looking forward to this. I love seeing Chris Anthony's artwork every month it hits. I love, because even though these solicits tell us a bit of what's going on, Mark Waid always has something else extra thrown in there for me that really just takes the cake for me. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that's all the time we're going to spend on favorites, guys. We spent a lot of time talking about free comics, and we do have a special question of the week that we do want to present to you guys, and we want to weigh in on briefly before we turn it over to you guys.
Oh.
And it is coming.
What could that be?
What could it be? What could it be? So, guys, if you have been hiding under a rock, then you may have missed this fantastic photo of Jared Leto as the Joker. I'm going to put that on the screen here right now for you to see, in case you haven't. So take that in and enjoy that. But guys, I've been very excited about this casting choice, and now we get to see what the character is going to look like. And there may be some changes to the movie before we see him, hit the big screen. But what we want to know is this: what do you think of this appearance of Jared Leto as the Joker? Randy, give me about 1 minute's worth.
I don't know about 1 minute's worth. This is a classic case right here of point counterpoint, because he says fantastic and I say disgusting. I do not like this. I don't recognize it as being the Joker. It does not look this to me. Just because there's white skin and green hair, that does not make a Joker. Okay. I do not like the very Oliver Stone-like, over-the-top, smashing your head with the idea that harkens back to the god-awful Daredevil of, I'm Bullseye, I'm Joker, I get Joker right here, and cards, and in big mouth, ha, Joker, yeah, you can see I get joke. No, it does not need to be that way. The only thing that I've heard that possibly could make this make some sort of sense is this is a person that is trying to do some sort of homage to the Joker and not the actual Joker himself there. If this is supposed to be the actual Joker, DC may have just put the final nail in the coffin for me.
Think so?
I think so. It does not excite me to go see a film at all.
So, but would you? Would you still go see the film?
No.
The Suicide Squad film?
No.
That this is going to be in?
No.
If there's no changes made to
if
what we've seen?
If there are no changes made, if this is who the Joker is, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm a little sad because I like some of the characters there.
Yeah.
But I'm out.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm digging the look. I think it's an updated 2015, 2016 look of the Joker. I think that I thought that Jared Leto's casting choice was fantastic. He's a very, very talented actor, and this after having to follow Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger's performance, they needed somebody that can carry some weight, that has that kind of acting power, momentum behind them, award-winning career that he's had. I thought that casting him was great. I think that the whole look of him in this particular image is just, I think it's eye-catching. It's just, you can't take your eyes off of him. And I think that it's a visual impact that is brought to the character and portrayed with this particular image. Honestly, you probably could tone down some of the tattoos, but I would think that somebody like this, a Joker-like character, would be like that. They would have tattoos and be missing teeth. I don't really think they would take care of their bodies that well if they were the Joker. But that's just me. But
having tattoos does not mean you are not taking care.
No,
of
I don't mean it that way. I meant that more in regard to the teeth. Some things aren't.
It could just be a grill that he has on his teeth.
Exactly.
So.
No tattoos. No, many people have tattoos. That's fine. I'm not discounting or saying anything negative to that. I apologize if anybody took it that way.
Yeah,
thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I don't need that storm brewing. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. And this has been mentioned before. This could be just a feeler to put out there, and then if reaction is what it is, I mean, there's still plenty of time to make changes to the actual look of the Joker between now and filming and when the movie's released. And also, I've speculated too. This may be the full Monty, but in the actual movie itself, he may never take off his jacket. We don't know. We just don't know. But
I have a feeling that if they're there, they're going to be seen.
I do agree. I do agree with that. But then again, it is kind of over the top, and I do like it. I think it's a very modern, updated look for the character. So I want to see what happens with it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm on the edge, like nervous.
Smashing it over your head, saying he is the Joker. Look, Joker, kind of thing. And that's too much for me.
Yeah,
that's too much.
I get it.
And I will say, I could probably forgive the tattoos. Well, the mouth thing.
The smiley.
That's ridiculous. But the teeth just get me. That is
his actual
awful.
teeth.
No, the grill.
The grill.
Teeth.
Okay, yeah.
That is stupid. Yeah, I'm going there. It's stupid. It's not a good look.
So, guys, we could go on and on, back and forth. What are your thoughts? Are you against it? You're not crazy about it, or do you like it? Are you nervous about it? Do you think it's edgy? Is it updated? Is it not what you want or expect for the Joker? Tell us in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Yeah. Have some fun with it as well, because it's been, as you can tell.
He really got into talking about having Jared Leto. I am talking about purely visual. I'm not talking about the caliber of actor of Jared Leto, because there's no questioning that. He's a fantastic actor. The visual of that was not there for me.
Yes, exactly. So tell us, guys. We want to know. We want to know. This is. I hope we get some responses.
It's probably the most polar that we've had with something there.
Exactly. And guys, we got to wrap it up with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and in Texarkana, Texas. You can always visit our website at ExcaliburCCG.com. Facebook link is down below. Twitter link is down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for our listeners as well. We really appreciate it. You've taken us past 600 subscribers here on YouTube. We really, really appreciate it. And tell us in the comments below, answer the question of the week. Tell us what you think of the visual of Jared Leto as the Joker.
And it should be noted that when I say I'm not going to go see it, I hardly go see any movies. So there's a good chance I wasn't going to see it to begin with.
It's just the truth, folks. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be safe. Take care. Read great comics. Get some free comics for Free Comic Day. And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.